Hey guys, what's up? Pinibisyon mo today. Tara, pag-usapan natin ang naging retaliation statement ni Attorney Topacio laban kay Risa Ontiveros, no? After niyang malaman na siya ay kasama sa party na kakasuhan ni diba, hindi pa nga tapos magsalita. Kung maalala nyo guys, just a couple of days ago, nag-release po si All Right na lumalabas dito. Okay, kung palalakihin natin guys. Ang mga kinasuhan ni Risa Ontiveros, ni Madam Chair, is si Attorney Ferdy Topacio, Banat si Ka Eric, si Crisette, at saka si Jay Sonza, at saka si Alex Destor. Yan. Or better known as Tia Moreno. So basically dito, marami na po naglabas na po ng comment naglabas na po ng si tawag dito si Tia Moreno, naglabas na po ng kanyang statement, naglabas si Kifi Chu, wala pa po tayo nababasang statement coming from her. Busy pa po siya sa kanyang Mindanao tour sa Sub-Sahara. At si Barat Bay, wala pa po tayo narinig sa kanya. But definitely, the most exciting part ay itong si Attorney Ferdinand Topacio. Okay? A few nights ago, nagkaroon siya ng interview with bilyonaryo. So, pakinggan natin itong sinabi niya rito.
Ever. 2 points that I wish to raise. Number one, these allegations are serious and deserve the investigation not only of the police authorities, the NBI, but the Senate itself by its ethics committee, because as I've said, this is not the first time that Senator Risa Ontiveros, being a public official, should not be, to use the shop-worn phrase, she should not be onion-skinned, because a public official, by entering public service, holds herself out to a higher standard of conduct and should expect the public to scrutinize her behavior. That's why, with respect to libel and cyber libel, the usual presumption of malice does not apply when you're a public official. Instead, it is the public official who must prove malice on the part of the person alleged to have libeled her in order to secure a conviction.
Does it mean, attorney, that what the senator did the other day, going to the NBI, and basically, to be very clear about it, is to initiate the investigation and the prosecution of the persons responsible for the creation and management of this Pagtanggol Valiente, as well as Michael Marillo and others? Do you think that was being onion-skinned of her? Because I do recall when she was being interviewed by the media, she says that, this is part of her job, mangyayari siguro yung mga ganitong klase, pero yung pwede, you can call her out on certain things, basically rewording it. But when you lie or when you tamper with the witnesses, that's a different story, and that's something na hindi niya palalampasin.
That's what I said during my TikTok interview earlier. She is well within her rights.
Okay.
However, she must expect that, because I do not believe that one person, as I've said, I'm reserving my judgment on this alias Rene. But I do not believe such a person or the other persons who previously made allegations against her would have the courage to make baseless allegations, considering how powerful and influential Ms. Ontiveros is. So I think instead of investigating at whether there was a lying here or whatever, the investigation should cover everything. The NBI should investigate not only whether or not this witness was lying, but whether or not there is truth to his allegations, in order to make it fair.
Both sides?
Yes, both sides.
All right. Do you think, you were saying a while ago that this is a serious matter, before we go to what you were saying, that there should be an ethics complaint filed against her regarding this. It's serious because meron pong witness na nagsabing may problema ang KOJC, na kinawawa siya, naabuso siya, etc. And then, bumaliktad at sinabi na pinilit lang siya ng supposed to be ni Senator Risa na sabihin ito. But with regards to Senator Risa Ontiveros' defense when she was talking to media, kasi nakita yung parang pagkadismaya at galit niya. Meron ho kasi siya, attorney, ng mga resibo. In fact, her office had shown that this individual, supposedly emailed them back in 2023. He left KOJC around 2021, the year 2021. They did not respond immediately, to which Michael Mauricio.
Alam mo, itong problema natin dyan, guys, no? Yung mga tao, even if you show some evidence, okay? Even if you show some evidence,
Target reach.
hindi na hindi na natin alam kung paniniwalaan ng taong bayan, no? Or ng masang Pilipino ang mga ganyan. 'Di ba? If you notice that. Karamihan ng pag nagpo-post sila sa kanilang mga Facebook page, mas madalas makakita kang maraming love emoji. Meaning to say, there are a lot of people who doesn't believe yung kanilang mga pinapakitang mas pinaniniwalaan nila lagi yung underdog. And dito sa story ng issue ni Madam Chair, no? Knowing that as per Sec Jing Paras, as per Attorney Topacio, may pattern na. So, yung mga tao, hindi na talaga siya paniniwalaan. Not because siya ay sinisiraan, but because people have seen it themselves, even without these people talking. Even without these people between Sec Jing Paras at saka Attorney Topacio, reminding us that in the past, no, marami rin nagsasabi, this is the third time eh. This is the problem of Hontiveros eh. Pangatlo na to eh. Kumbaga strike 3 ka na rito, Madam Chair. So dito pa lang, kaya nag-file ka ng mga kaso sa ibang tao. Like halimbawa, kinasuhan mo sila Kifi Chu, si Tio Moreno, Jason Sa. Kasi may pinanggagalingan yung sinasabi nila eh. At yung mga pinanggagalingan na sinasabi nila, definitely, opinion din yan ng nakakaraming Pilipino. Kaya nga ako, natutuwa talaga ako na nakinol niya yung hamon sa kanya ni Attorney Topacio. Kinakasuhan niya ngayon ng cyber libel si Attorney Topacio. Kung titingnan natin tong statement ni Attorney Topacio, okay? Medyo late natin konti. Kita niyo ba? Basahin natin. Sabi ni Attorney Topacio, the complaint filed by Senator Ontiveros against me was not expected. In fact, I challenged her publicly and on air to do so. I did that for the following reason. First, to show to the country and our people the kind of public official that she is, onion-skinned and intolerant of criticism, no matter how factual they may be. And second, to give other political commentators and myself a forum by which we can prove before tribunals wherein Hontiveros cannot hide behind the cloak of parliament privilege, where she cannot bully us with her contempt powers, and where the rules on evidence are fully in play. Her real character, insofar as her character as a senator is concerned, I have been a bona fide member of a working media for more than a decade now. Lawsuits do not faze me, and I will not be silenced by them, nor I will be distracted from informing the people in the venalities of those in power. It's good that Ms. Ontiveros took my dare, for the people will benefit from the information to be divulged. Plus, I've been in trial practice for 33 years and counting. The courtroom is practically my second home. Senator Ontiveros, you are in my world now, baby. Diba? So dito pa lang, nakakatuwang isipin that mas malalaman natin yung katotohanan, no? Whether or not itong si Hontiveros ay inosente sa mga pinaparatang sa kanya na witness tampering or tanim witness, na ang kanyang mga kinakalaban ngayon ay yung mga taong lehitimo, no, or legitimate na merong mga pinangahawakan ebidensya laban sa kanya. It's a matter of her jumping into a bait wherein yun ang nangyari. Diba? Pero even though if these people, like starting from Attorney Topacio, if he himself will also file a complaint before the Ethics Committee, at the same time, itong mga kinasuhan din niya, ano ang magiging countermeasures ng mga taong ito. I also saw one resolution, no, one bill creating a resolution, no, doon galing kay Senator Robin Hood Padilla. So I think he will be talking about yung ginawa ni Hontiveros. Okay? Sa tawag dito sa bagay patungkol sa pagtatamper ng kanyang witness. Dahil nga ayon nga kay Sec Jing at saka kay Attorney Topacio, this is not the first time that she got involved in this kind of scandal. So, let's call it scandal. Scandal not in a bad way, but more like isang scenario wherein she's being called out for faking his witnesses. Diba? So, makikita natin ang sabong na ito. I don't know if Attorney Topacio, but definitely, pag ito po ay pumasok na sa korte, na-elevate sa korte, then definitely, okay, magkakaroon ng sub-judice role. Malalaman lang natin, which I don't expect anytime soon na matatapos yan, but definitely, magkakaroon tayo ng updates after na ng mga trials pagka meron ng decision yung judge na mag-handle ng kaso nila. So far, again, wala pa tayong nakikitang komentaryo galing kay Ma'am Kifi, no? True. Dahil busy pa siya sa pagtutour sa Davao City. Nakakaingit kasi mas na-explore nila ang Davao more than ako na ang tawag dito, residente rin ng Davao. But definitely one day I'll gonna explore Davao myself. No, around Davao. It's nice really. As totoo lang, sabi ko nga if I'm going to have a car in Davao, I wanted to have a pickup truck. Kasi hindi guys masasayang yung pag-ikot mo. One of the tastiest buko na natikman ko is sa Davao ko na naranasan. Karamihan ng masasarap na prutas sa Davao ko rin na natikman whenever I'm there. And hindi kasi ako hindi ako mamol. Whenever I'm in the provinces, kahit saan probinsya yan, as much as I can, I don't want to go sa mga malls because I'm sick and tired of going to the malls dito sa Metro Manila eh. Bakit ka pa pupunta ng mall pag pumunta ka ng probinsya, di ba? So, ginagawa ko, ina-explore ko yung mga suburb areas nila, no? Yung mga outskirts. Kasi doon mo makikita yung look and feel. Actually, pag nakakarinig ako ng kuliglig, it's a music to my ear. Nung maliit ako, pag nagbabakasyon kami sa probinsya ng tatay ko, pag nakakarinig kami ng kuliglig, nakakatakot. Parang natatakot ka na pag nakarinig ka ng kuliglig. Pero, when you age, yung kuliglig signifies that you're in a very peaceful place. At sila lang maririnig mong ingay. Wala ka ng ibang maririnig. Pero pag may narinig kang aso, tumatahol sa harap ng bintana mo, diba? Medyo matakot ka na. Ibig sabihin may nakikita yun na hindi mo nakikita. Anyway guys, again, maraming salamat sa panonood. And before I go, ano sa tingin nyo ang magiging resulta? Will this be the start of her downfall ni Madam Chair? Or may laban ba siya sa mga ikinaso niya doon sa mga social media personalities? ako, malabong magkaroon siya ng laban doon. Kasi yung mga post ng mga taong yun, nabasa ko, especially kay Kifi Cho at kay Tia Moreno. I've seen it, I've read it, there's nothing there that can be considered as libelous. Ngayon, kung limbawa, binasura ng prosecutor's office yan, pwede rin naman na one of the legal remedies na pwedeng gawin ng dalawa, which I'm sure alam din nila yan, especially Tio who is also a law student. Pwede rin siya mag-file ng malicious prosecution against Rizal Tiveros. Itong grupo din na ito, pwede rin mag-file ng complaint against Rizal Tiveros sa Ethics Committee. And I hope, actionan ito ng Ethics Committee. Whether or not she should be, she should be punished by what she did. Diba? Tsaka maganda rin magkaroon ng full-blown investigation ng Senate. Tama rin naman yung sinabi ni Atty. Dapacio. Magkaroon ng full-blown investigation full-blown talaga. Magkaroon ng investigation ng Senate tungkol sa nangyaring ito. Ipatawag nila si alias Rene or tawag dito, i-video call si alias Rene at doon magharap sila ni Senator Hontiveros at nang magkaalaman. Sabi nga niya, sinungaling daw si Senator Hontiveros at handa raw siya sa kung ano man ang ikakaso sa kanya ni Senator Hontiveros. So, we'll see from there. Diba? Anyway guys, again, maraming salamat sa panonood. I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!